I'm Christine, the anxious beginner. And that's Palais, our fearless captain. Together, we've bought a 45-foot sailboat, and we're ready for an adventure. It's so fun to have anchored here at nighttime and wake up and come outside and see the bay, someplace new to explore. You can see that there's some mooring balls out there. Definitely did not see those at night. I suppose if we'd gotten closer we may have seen them, but definitely didn't see those. Glad we didn't get closer. It seems like we picked a great spot. We are not too far away from the shore, but definitely outside those mooring balls. We decided we wanted to anchor near the other sailboat, but not too close. We put out a ton of road. There's that little rock there. I definitely was having a hard time seeing that at night. It was on the radar and it was on the charts, so easy to avoid. I definitely was having it. I knew it was there, but I couldn't see it. Yeah. And out there is where the ferries cross. And then right over here, there's a reef under the water over here, which was also on the charts, so you had to be mindful of that as we came in. We are, hopefully over here is a state park with some hiking and stuff, so we're gonna go do that this evening when we get off work. But here we are in Swift's Bay on Lopez Island.
There's a storm coming tonight, either late tonight or early tomorrow morning. And, well, this anchorage would probably be okay. We're moving to another anchorage that's a bit closer to our final destination this weekend, and that has a grocery store, so we can pick up groceries in preparation for our quarantining for 2 weeks when we get back to Canada. So yeah, we're gonna scooch around the corner to another island and make sure everything's battened down, because we're expecting lots of wind and a lot of rain.
During a break in the storm, we decided to go ashore and stretch our legs.
Found a little boat graveyard. There's this old metal skiff and this old wooden fish boat, and hiding here in the grass is an old wooden skiff. We found the passerby bench. It's got a little shelter with lots of shell beads, and there's a little box here that you can't read because it's upside down, but it says read right. from Shaw Island to Zambezi. Lessons from a bench. It's this bench.
Oh my gosh. Can we read this right now?
Yeah, definitely. Is today the 23rd? It is. So somebody else beat us here today. It's tucked into Blind Bay in schooner Peterborough to take cover from the 40 knot southerly planning through. Decided to brave the breeze and row in for a couple of beers from the general store. Thank you for all your quirky, thoughtful gestures. Shaw Island. We will be back. Con and Nick. It's wet.
So wet.
So we are meeting my mom at the ferry terminal. She's gonna come spend the weekend with us. There's a ferry already in the terminal, so the ferry that she's on has to wait, but it seems like it's not waiting. So we'll see what happens with that. Maybe it's gonna go past and wait for the other one to come out and then turn around. But it is quite interesting. Hi, Mom.
Pulled over by the Coast Guard. They wanted to inform us of nearby whales.
Go. Now we're all in it.
All right, so we are on our way to check out the whale museum, and right as we're leaving, of course, a ferry is coming in, and
So we all may be swimming soon.
well, we have to go. The whale museum is between us and where the ferry docks, so we kind of have to wait for it to come in. Luckily, ferries are fast, so by the time that we give it a wide enough angle, it should be docked. What's it, like a sign?
It's a sign on the bottom that you can almost read. Traffic has been relocated to something parking lot.
Oh, and it's taking us so long to walk up the stairs that Pele has now decided to take a break. This map is so cool, showing the different depths of the area. We're right there on San Juan. Barnacles are on the throat skin of a humpback whale. Could you imagine how much it would hurt to have barnacles growing in your throat?
So gray whale they only eat during the spring and summer months when they migrate north. And when they go south to Mexico to breed and have babies, they don't eat at all for that whole time. So a gray whale mother nursing her child loses up to a third of their body weight between when they leave the feeding grounds and when they finally come back again with their calves.
the difference between a dolphin and a porpoise. Important information since we've been seeing so many porpoise on our adventure. So cool, it's like you're inside its belly. These are the different pods that come through the area. The resident orcas. The Whale Museum was pretty cool. One of the things that I really liked about it was it had these little plaques of the different whales, the different pods, and talked a little bit about their ancestry, like this whale had this whale and this is kind of what happened to it. And so it made it less of like for me, it made it more personal instead of like an overall, this is about whales in general. It was like these are these specific whales that I might see while I'm out and about and talking about their kind of personal experience. And so it really brought it more personal. I really liked that about the museum.
Yeah, and it talked also about older whales that were involved in the captures back in the 60s and early 70s when they were still capturing wild whales. And one of them was pretty interesting where it was a young whale that they captured, but it was too big for the aquarium that originally wanted it, so they decided to release it, but then some scientists attached a transmitter to it and tried to follow it afterwards, and it's just generally interesting to see about specific whales.
So now, I think we're gonna go find some groceries and maybe some lunch. Let's do it.
If you liked this video, hit the thumbs up. And if you want to join us on the next adventure, hit subscribe.